Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of FTB Infinity Skyblock with Arturio Emerys. So I want to talk about some of the enhancements and improvements I've made throughout the base in the last day or two. Primarily, where I want to start is with the farm over here. And I was looking at this and I was realizing that what was holding me up was I was always out of the firm tofu. So I went and expanded this system quite a bit. And now I've got a stockpile of the firm tofu. And what seems to be holding me up now is mushrooms. Like the water system seems to be fine. I'm able to keep water full. Salt's not a problem, have plenty of salt. And I'm even starting to produce a backup of flour. And for dough, I mean, I've got a full barrel of dough there. But the reason I'm not hugely worried about it is because of this right here. I put all of the upgrades on this barrel that I could, all of the storage upgrades. So this is a maxed out barrel here, not in terms of what it has in it, but in its potential of what it can hold. I think it can hold like 30 times more than it has now. So whatever that works out to is my guess. And maybe 25 times more. And it took a long time to make those upgrades and everything. And that was part of the reason why I did the last episode where I showed how you made those, just so you guys could get an idea of how long it took to do that. But also, I have so many in here, and this is producing so well that this is able to run multiple culinary generators, no problem. I mean, if I had to guess, I could easily run a few more off of here before, as long as this number is going up, this is a functioning system. If it ever gets to the point where it starts going down, then it's not able to keep up with the power demands. But for right now, everything seems to be working just fine. One thing I may do, I really don't need these macerators. The pulverizers there are producing more than enough gravel, sand, and dust. I'm not sure which is which. So this is really just kind of taking up space and drawing power that I don't really need. I could easily get rid of this. And I may do that at some point off camera. I've started to make hardened flux duct to replace as much of these wires because I cannot stand these wires. I think they're the ugliest thing in the world. And apparently the Industrial Craft 2 won't take the flux duct. So I have them, and that's another reason to get rid of these macerators. And over here, I've gotten rid of, except for the IC2 machines, I've got flux ducts back here providing power to all that stuff. Now, at some point, I'll probably rework all of this, and I'll set up an area for the various machines. Like I'll have the thermal expansion machines in one place, and the Ender IO machines in another place, and then a place for these Industrial Craft 2 machines. But I'm still kind of working it around in my mind what the remodel is going to look like. It'll probably be the kind of thing where I won't record for maybe a week or so, but I'll play and I'll work on it. And then you guys will show up, and between one episode and the next, all of this will be completely redone. So what I've done here is made these B-Space barrels. I think I showed most of that in the last episode. I guess I'm just far enough away that I can't hear those macerators. And the problem that I'm having, the reason that number isn't going down and this number isn't going up, is because when I upgraded this barrel so that it can take more, this barrel is now getting all of the obsidian, or all of the lava. It's making it all into obsidian. So eventually, when this fills up, and that's going to take a very long time because I think I put 16 upgrades on this, then these will start going up again. So fortunately for now, I've got a supply of this stuff if I need it. You know, I have it. And also I started to set this up the same way, that sand goes here and it produces soil sand. I think soil sand gives me nether quartz and gas tears when I sieve it. So all of the sieving of that I've pretty much done manually in stone. Yeah, I can get that stuff out of there now because that doesn't need to go there. The other thing I did was I did B-Space barrel upgrades. And so now I can just go and I can put the glowstone and the end stone and the sand here, and then the products or the items produced beside it. And this is all with B-Space barrels. This is where the obsidian goes. And also I did two other things that I think are going to help me. I'm still using this farm system for now. Okay, so let me gather up all this stuff and I'll show you why. Is that, yeah, that's all of it. So now I've got this B-Space barrel here and it automatically feeds into the system there. So that's pretty sweet. But I'm hoping in the long term I won't need this. But for now I do. Let me just clear this out, gather this all up, and then I'll show you what my long-term plans are. The other thing I can do is by using the regular lumber axe that does not have smelt 2 on it, I can get all of the logs I want, or quite a few of them anyway. And by the same token, I can put those away like that. And I think eventually this is going to get moved downstairs somewhere, and I may have a V-Space barrel for it. Perhaps I'll set up a harvester for something that'll feed this, and so that'll automatically produce dirt. Not that I need a tremendous amount of dirt at this point, but, you know, I mean, why not? All right, so let's go up top. Okay, here we're all the way up. I have a tree farm. And it's a little slow. I'm a little worried that this may produce mobs, but we'll see how it goes. I've got a harvester, and in the center of it there is a planter. I made that off camera. I'll show you how to make a planter. It's not particularly difficult. This is pretty much the only one I'll need. I did need another Z-Logic controller and some electrical steel. But other than that, this, you know, if you can make a harvester, you can make a planter. All of the rest of them make use of this agricraft. So when they harvest, they don't actually break the seeds up. Now, they do with trees because trees don't participate in agricraft. Oh, why is it not getting... this is concerning me a little bit. I have not had this set up for long. And I'm worried that all of that stuff up there is too high. It's out of range of the harvester. So what I may have to do, I may have to go up there and I may have to add like a ceiling that'll prevent these from growing too tall. I may have to do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, so the oak wood will automatically get exported here. The saplings go here and they get recycled into the system. And the apples go there. There we go. How many is in there? Actually, not very many because they're all getting sucked into the planter. So what my plan is over here, these silverwood seeds are going to get moved to the ground level, and I'm going to put another tree farm here, and one will be just a tree farm for producing wood, and the other will feed into a system that makes charcoal. So this down here will get moved at some point. And these plants, I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I'll move them somewhere. And I may set up something to auto-harvest probably pumpkins, because I think pumpkins are the things that produce the most dirt for the least amount of material. Like if you harvest this 4x4 plot, this will give you 5 stacks of pumpkins. And I think it takes 5 pumpkins to make a piece of dirt, I think. But we shall see. So I think, what else do I have to show? Oh, we're losing some stuff down here. I think that's everything that I've done up until now off camera for the last couple of days while I've been working on this. So we've talked a little bit about my future plans, how I just want to clean up the design of everything. Because usually that's something that I like to do long term is I want to get everything set up and running for automatic resource production. And then at some point I want to clean it up and make it a little bit more attractive, kind of like I did with Galactic Science. I never quite got to that point with hypovolemia because I never really kind of finished hypovolemia. The pack just had too many problems with it. You know, too many quests were broken, too much stuff was wrong with it. If I ever got to the point where I had finished it all and kind of got all the quests working and everything was in complete to my satisfaction, then I probably would have started focusing on cosmetic improvements. But I just, like I said, I never got to that point with hypovolemia. So I'm just trying to gather up as much of this stuff here to fill the charcoal because, you know, that tree farm up there is producing wood, but it's not producing charcoal. So that could be, you know, until I get that worked out, I'm going to have to continue to manually make sure that stays fed, because that can drop to nothing very, very quickly. I don't know if you can hear that little scratching sound. All my dogs are taking a nap. And one of them is laying down on her little doggy bed, and I think she's having a doggy dream. Her little paws are kind of scraping on the floor. It's kind of cute. Sometimes they do that. They have little dreams about, I don't know, probably chasing something, she likes to chase lizards. So she's probably dreaming about chasing lizards and dreaming that she's running after them. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish harvesting this stuff real quick. And then I'll replant, and I'll do that off camera because you guys don't want to see that. Yeah, this may be a little bit of a short episode today, but I think that's okay. I'm trying to keep them at 20 minutes, but you know, if they're under that, I think that's probably better than ending up with like a 40-minute episode, which I've done a couple of those lately, and some of them I've, you know, when that happens, I try real hard to edit them down to somewhere between 18 and 25 minutes, and sometimes I succeed and sometimes I don't. And every now and again I get one that's, you know, kind of short. But I think that's better than the ridiculously long ones. But anyway, I think that will do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, it would be great if you could leave a like on it. And if you could subscribe, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, that would be even better. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them on YouTube and I will respond to them when I can. Thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.